heart of Jersey. No annoying traffic reports, no boring weather forecasts. Just real radio. Only on UncleFloydRadio.com.
Yes, and I'm Uncle Floyd, and here's the phone number, 1-201-289-8200. Anything you want to talk about to us on President's Day. Route 46 had a couple of drive-ins.
Right.
Yeah, they were everywhere at one time. Nobody had air conditioning, so they go to the drive-in in the summer, roll the windows down. Remember the speakers?
Yeah. It sounds just like this radio show.
No, that's how they... And then they used to spray the kids. They had little rides by the screen, remember? They're like swings and those things that go around and around and all that. And the mosquito truck would come and spray the kids. And they'd walk back to the cars in a daze, ready to fall asleep from the fumes.
201-289-8200. Let's say hello to the next caller.
Hello, next caller. Welcome to UncleFloydRadio.com.
Hey, Uncle Floyd, this is Sandy from Denville. How are you?
Good.
Hey, I wanted to let you hear a few stories directly from my dad. My dad worked at the Union Drive-In Theater, which, as you know, was the first one, and my father installed the speakers that... No. There he goes. Tell us the story, Dad.
Actually, the first drive-in theater that I know about was down around Trenton or Camden.
That's what I said,
Anyhow...
Go ahead.
Yeah. Anyhow, the one in Union on what was Route 22 at that time, that was a huge, built-up, massive screen and had these 3 large projector speakers up on the top. And it was sometime after the war, and I say after the war because we had a Jeep, and that was used for our running around and doing work there. My job primarily with another guy was to walk around during the day with a broomstick and a nail on the end. And we would poke down and pick up the napkins and the paper cups and things like that that the people threw out the windows from the movies the night before. So we had to clean it up for that coming evening. And in the evening, our job was to jump on the running board of the car, because in those days, cars had running boards. And we would direct them which aisle to drive up to and where to park. And we had to do this, otherwise it would have been a real traffic mess.
I'm sorry, so, what is your first...
4 or 5 of us.
My father's name is Stanley, Mr. Mack.
Stanley, okay, go ahead. I'm sorry, Stanley, go ahead.
Yeah, so we would jump on the running board of the car and direct the person where to park. And the only thing we had to work with was a flashlight, and that would wave the people over. And that went on for 2 years that I worked there. And then the next year, the Nat Greco Company, which is still in business here, a huge construction company, their job was to install the standards and pipe to mount the RCA loudspeakers on for the cars. They also did some regrading. We had 12 rows of parking. So they installed these cement standards with the pipe. They made troughs for the wires to be run because it was a big 500-watt amplifier in the projection room. And each standard would hold 2 speakers for the left and for the right side as the cars would pull in.
Stanley, I have a question. I have an important question. How many of those speakers, I know people drove away and they broke the wire and the speaker stayed in the car.
Right.
How many, what, is there any numbers, a percentage? Was it 5% of the speakers made it into people's homes? I knew a kid down my block who had one in his bedroom.
I don't know. As far as I know, we didn't lose any. I personally did not replace any.
Well, they were very easy.
This was back in the 40s, right?
They would drive away. They would have it hanging on the window, and they would drive out, forgetting that they had the speaker mounted there.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there were plenty of speakers that were ripped off, yes. But I never replaced any.
Lloyd's got about 50 of them in his warehouse.
And this was back in the 40s, right, Dad?
Well, it was after the war because, like I said, we had a Jeep. And I was still in high school, so it was before 1949. It had to be around 45, 46, 47 in those years.
You know what I didn't like about drive-ins? The commercials they had with the giant meatball sandwiches, and it looked like the meatballs were the size of bowling balls. And
Well, we didn't have any of that.
you didn't have the Flavo egg roll, man?
No, the only commercial we had was come on down to the 5th row and get popcorn and soda.
The snack
That was
bar,
all
yeah.
I had. Yeah.
Well, I thought you would enjoy hearing that story
I love it.
from somebody who's 88 years old who
Oh, God bless him.
remembers when it first.
The owner of the drive-in theater, he was W.W. Smith, and he had a house behind the drive-in.
Now, Stanley,
And,
go ahead.
And one year, I forget which one it was, but Life magazine was there taking pictures of the Union Drive-In Theater, and we were way up on top of the screen assembly. It was a big, thick screen. It was like a framework and then covered up. It was about 4 feet thick. And then, like I said, these big 3 speakers up there, and we could see the whole thing from up there. And so whatever it was that Life did with so I never even saw it in the magazine. I only heard about it.
But you had rides there, didn't all the kids? We went on those rides, like a little fun park underneath the screen, and I said,
way up in the front, yeah, up front.
yeah, and then the mosquito truck would come and spray everybody.
Oh, the DDT.
Oh, yeah.
I remember the mosquito truck. Well, Stanley,
That's right.
we thank you. This is a
Yes,
fascinating
Stanley.
call, and
Sandy, thank you for having them call in and
I
joining.
love calls like this.
Very nice.
That's great.
Real history.
True Jersey
And
history.
He's 88 years young, I believe.
God
that
bless
Sandy
him.
said her
God
father's
bless him.
88.
Sounds like he's in great health and in great shape.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's a lot of exercise working in a drive, walking around.
Keeps your mind going. Guys, have a great evening, and thanks for calling Uncle Floyd Radio. We'll talk to you again soon. 201-289-8200.